Hello and welcome to Maple Flavored Yoga. My name is Andy and this class is going to be all about breath. If you've never done any previous breath exercises before, or pranayama as they're called in yoga, don't worry, we're starting from the very beginning and we'll be working our way up into some of my most favorite pranayama practices. So one thing to note before you do any pranayama practice is that you want to have clean, fresh air. So you don't want to have any incense burning or scented candles or aromatherapy in the room that you're doing your practice in. You also want to turn off any fans that are blowing at the time. And you want to make sure that you're not practicing after you've just eaten. And that can be said for an asana practice as well. We don't want to be practicing on a full stomach. It can be very uncomfortable while you're practicing physically. And it's also inhibiting the flow of prana or energy that we're trying to move during these practices. So with all of these pranayama practices, we're going to be breathing in and out of our nose as well. So one of my favorite things about pranayama is that it's very easily utilized in my day-to-day life, and you can use it to heat your body up, you can use it to calm yourself down, you can use it to balance your body, or the right and left hemispheres of your brain, as I'll show you later. So it's very accessible throughout your day, and it's one of my favorite components of yoga because it's such a really beautifully rich practice. So as with every yoga practice, we're going to come to our mat and be fully present in this space. So you can sit or lay down in a comfortable position. Feel the cushion or the mat below you. Hear any sounds that you hear in your space. And just settle in to your current now. If you'd like to set a sankalpa or an intention for this practice, you may do so. And I'll ask you to bring your hands to heart center and bow your head just slightly. I'd like to send out gratitude to the people of South Asia, the creators and cultivators of this beautiful yoga practice that we get to use today to enrich our lives. So if your eyes were closed, you can blink them open gently. Take in your surroundings, once again bringing you into this current moment. So to start things off, we need to recognize our breath. So what does that mean exactly? What that means is you want to start noticing the rate of your breath, the quality of your breath. Is it shallow or is it deep? Does your breath move easy? Are there certain parts of your breath that aren't reaching into the bases of your lungs, maybe, let's say? So just becoming the observer, being able to just watch and see what's happening, just to get your baseline. So breathing in and out of our noses. You can close your eyes if you wish, or if you want to keep them open, just try and have a nice soft gaze. But sometimes closing your eyes can help you internalize and look inward. So just start off by taking some nice, steady, smooth breaths in and out through your nose. Pay attention to how deep you're breathing. Is your breath smooth? Maybe it's not a smooth breath. Either way, it's okay. Then begin to notice the sensations that you experience while you're breathing. When you're taking in the air, it's cool, refreshing. And you can notice how the breath, the in and out breath, creates a massage-like motion in your body. So now I'll have you place a hand on your stomach and one on your chest, and just keep breathing. And notice to see which hand is rising, or maybe they're both rising. And the first pranayama we'll jump right into is called Dirga Pranayama. It's a 3-part breath, and this breath is inflating your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Those are the 3 sections we want to try and fill with breath, right up to our collarbones if you can. This does take practice, so if you're finding it's difficult to maybe breathe right into the bases of your lungs at first, don't worry. I find that's really difficult for me, especially in the mornings if I'm doing a morning practice. Those first couple breaths are really difficult to get into the bases of my lungs. One important thing to note is that when we're breathing in not just through the front or trying to inflate the front of our body, we're trying to inflate the sides and our back as well. So this full tube of breath, so just not the front. So on your next inhale, we'll try and fill our belly first, and then our ribs, and then our chest, and then exhale, chest, ribs, belly, and we're pulling our navel just sweetly to our spine, not trying to squish that breath really hard out, but just a nice squeeze. So inhale again through your nose, belly, ribs, chest, exhale, chest, belly, ribs, belly, belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale once again, going at your own pace, finding your own rhythm. Just try and have your inhales and your exhales be of equal length. We'll do 3 more breaths at our own pace here. And release. Just breathe naturally now. Take a few moments here to just feel what you're feeling in your body, physically, maybe emotionally, energetically. Just allow whatever that sensation or those sensations are to be, whatever they are. If For me, I know I feel really, really good. I love pranayama. It always makes me feel really vibrant and clear and just full of life. So in the mornings, that's a really great way to wake up. It's filling your body and your oxygen, or filling your body with oxygen-rich blood, and it also moves that blood in a way that really invigorates yourself. I'm not saying don't drink coffee, because coffee is one of my favorite things too, but these two things together are just extra lovely in the morning. So now, the next pranayama we're going to go into is ujjayi breath, which is also typically called victory breath or yogic breath. So this may be a breath that you've heard people do in a yoga class. It sounds kind of like a wave. It can be quite audible depending on the practitioner. If you do this at first, it might be a little wave. It might just be a small wave, but eventually the more you practice, the sound will get bigger. But you don't want to be, the purpose of this breath isn't to make a lot of noise. That doesn't mean that you're doing a better job if it's really, really noisy. It all depends on the practitioner. Some days my breath is really loud. I've definitely noticed it more if I'm in a pose, an asana posture that I'm finding very challenging. I really need to tap into my yogic breath to stay in that moment, because sometimes it's very difficult. So if at first you find that you're maybe a little bit quieter, don't worry about it. But again, the purpose of this pranayama is not to be super, super loud. So the way to create this sound is to constrict the back of your throat, kind of like you're trying to fog up a mirror. So you want it to be a breath, but your mouth is closed and you're breathing in and out through your nose. I know it sounds complicated, but that's where we're going to practice it. So again, we still want to be breathing into our bellies. I find once I start with my 3-part breath, doing the ujjayi breath, I automatically go into that. So that's why it's nice to start little baby steps along the way. So we'll inhale through our nose, exhale through our nose, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and now continue at your own pace for 3 more breaths. Now you can release any control you had of your breath. Allow it to come naturally again. And again, just experience whatever sensations you're feeling. Allowing them just to be as they are. I know for me, again, I just feel so good after doing just three of those breaths. So if I'm sitting at my desk after lunch and I'm feeling kind of like the afternoon slump, I can always do a couple of those breaths, and that usually perks me up. It's really, really nice. Especially if you don't want to drink caffeine after noon, let's say. I know I try not to, because then it disrupts my sleep. So finding other remedies to get you refocused and re-energized in the afternoon, this is a great option. The final pranayama we're going to be going over is my favorite of all the pranayamas. It's called Nadi Shodhana. It's a really lovely pranayama. It's great for balancing the left and right hemispheres of the brain. It also balances the male and female energies of the body as well. And it's a balancing pranayama, so you don't have to worry about throwing off any of your energies. You can practice it at any time of the day, and there's no maximum or minimum time limit for doing this. So it's kind of like the catch-all of pranayamas, in my opinion. It's my favorite. It's my go-to because it always makes me feel really good. And again, I don't have to consider, time of day, time of year, all that kind of stuff, which other pranayamas you would have to take into consider those factors. So this does come with a mudra, and it's called Vishnu mudra, and it's when you take your right hand and you take your pointer finger and your middle finger and you fold them down to the fleshy part of your thumb. I realize this is a very awkward hand position, so if you feel like your hands aren't quite getting there yet, you can take your thumb of your left hand and just gently hold those fingers in place. And then we're going to be placing our thumb and our pinky finger and our ring finger on this crescents of our nose. If this just does not feel comfortable, or it feels really awkward and it's taking you out of the actual breath work practice, then there's the option of taking these two fingers and putting them on your third eye, and then placing your fingers on the corresponding nostrils. The reason why you're using your right hand in particular is because the elements and energies that run through your thumb correlate with the energies on the right side of the body, which will come out through the right nostril, and the elements and energies that run through your pinky finger and your ring finger correlate with the energies on the left side of the body. So that's why you're going to want to use your right hand specifically for this. So with this breathing, it's an alternate nostril breathing. So when we start, we're going to be plugging our thumb we're going to plug our right nostril with our thumb and breathing in through our left nostril, and then we're going to be breathing out through our right, and then in through our right, and then out through our left, in through our left, out through our right, in through our right, and then out through our left, back and forth. I know this kind of sounds confusing, so if you're a little bit lost at first, don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. And one other thing to note is that when we're doing this, we want to make sure that we're keeping contact between our fingers and the crescents of our nose, because it creates an energy circuit while we're doing this practice as well. So we don't want to be going like this, back and forth. We want to keep, it's a really subtle movement back and forth. So choose whichever hand positioning you would like. We're going to bring our right hand to our nose, and we're going to block off our right nostril. Inhale through our left. Block off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block off right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. We'll bring our hands down. So for the first round, that just gives you an idea. We'll do another round in a second here. If you need to grab some Kleenex, go for it. Every time I have a pranayama practice, I always have Kleenex close by, as you can see, just in case, especially if it's allergy season or winter, what have you. So one thing to note also is that if your arm is feeling tired, you can support your arm with your left hand, and that can help you keep your hand centered as well. You want to keep your hand in front. You want to try and keep a nice straight line, having a nice straight back. As with all of our pranayamas, we want to have a nice straight spine. And if you're feeling a lot of pressure within your nasal cavity, you don't want to force it. So maybe you're really congested today. This is not the pranayama that you want to be doing. I also want to note though, you can do any of these pranayamas through your mouth as well. If you are having a cold or something like that, it doesn't mean you can't practice them. You just have to modify them a little bit. Obviously with the Nadi Shodhana, this one would be something that you would do once you're healthy again, and that you can alternate through your nose, because the purpose of this is to clean, as I said, it can balance your bodies, but your sides of the bodies and the hemispheres of your brain, but this also cleans out energetic pathways within yourself as well. So we'll give this another shot. So select whatever hand position you would like, or if you want to try both and see which one works best for you, go for it. So bringing your hands to your nose, we'll block off right, inhale left, block off left, exhale right, inhale right, block off right, exhale left, inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, correction, inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left, 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 Last round, inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And you can bring your hands down to your legs. Allow yourself to breathe naturally. And just feel whatever it is you're feeling. That is my favorite. My favorite. If this didn't feel that great for you, it doesn't have to be your favorite either. So as always, listen to your body if that just didn't feel good, or maybe you wanted to breathe a little bit faster than what I was counting. That's totally okay. If you're doing 2-second in-breaths and 2-second exhales, that's fine. Or 1, you can go as long or as short as you want with your inhales and exhales. Just try again to have them be of the same length. But other than that, you can do as you wish. Typically, you start and end on the left side. It's just the way I've always been taught. I'm sure there is a reason behind it, as there is with most things in yoga, or everything in yoga. But yeah, that is the end of this video. So to finish this off, we will bring our hands to heart center, bow our heads. Just take a personal inventory here. See how you're feeling now. Maybe you're feeling more calmed. Maybe you're feeling a little more clear. Maybe you didn't like it at all, and that's totally cool too. Wherever you go today, next week, next year, just know that you are seen, you are loved, and you are divine. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to assist in your yoga practice. And as always, take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Maple Flavored Yoga.